Hello my fellow whale watchers, welcome to another hangar review. This time we will look at this Expert League 2 hangar that one of my subscribers submitted. His favorite game mode is Pick and Rush and he would like to advance to Master League. He's interested in knowing what he should do or build next in the workshop. He also attached a few items that he has in storage and we will come back on this later. And he is also not happy with the performance of his Titan. Alright, so let's have a look. The Fenrir with Venoms and Puncture is one of the strongest builds for the Fenrir. Also Bernadette Wolf is the right pilot and the repair amplifier makes it very tough to beat. However, you have to increase its level a bit in order to be fit for a Master League. Maybe you do that right after you brought your new Eldritch Venom up to at least level 5 or 6. The Warrior Typhon with 4 MK2 Punishers, this is a very good economy build, if not one of the best economy builds that you can run for the Typhon. At level 10 it's already pretty strong, and Roslyn is also one of the strongest pilots for it, maybe after River Chase, if you learn how to use it properly. You run it with a nuclear amplifier, an overdrive module and a shield amplifier. Also this is a very good setup. These days the Typhon suffers quite a bit from orbital strikes, so you can consider to use it with phase shift, but also a healing module works quite well. The Orochi with Devastators, this is the best choice for the role that your Orochi probably has, which is the starting pot in Pick and Rush games. QR works well against other Orochis. Last Stand adds a layer of survivability and a balanced unit, yes, why not. Madame Brigitte is the tactical pilot for the Orochi, also this works out quite well, not bad. The Siren with Hornet and String. This is an interesting build because the reload times of your weapons are synchronized quite well with the ability charge of the Siren. So this can be a quite damaging build from 500 to 600 meters distance. With DOT damage it's quite powerful, especially in team deathmatch and against robots that have resistance, but if you like this build you definitely need to bring up the level of your weapons a bit. A balanced unit is maybe not the most effective choice at this low level, but if you don't have anything else for now, why not? Yang Li is currently the best pilot for the Siren, so not sure about Quantum Raider except if you really hate Orochis, but at level 5 I would rather equip your Siren with something that increases survivability. The Sheriff Demeter with Punishers, also this is a quite reasonable economy build for the Demeter. I guess that this is the Demeter that we all got from the last event for free and you decided to level it up. So Punishers for the Demeter are definitely better than the Tulumbas. However, in long terms I would suggest to go more for high burst damage brawling weapons, because this is where the Demeter will predominantly end up in, especially with the Jeremy Fortune pilot that increases damage of all allies in its radius, which are usually brawlers. Also, as a rule of thumb, try to never level up more than 3 or 4 weapons of a certain type, because otherwise you risk that they will become useless when the game evolves. The Heimdall with Lantern and 3 Cyclones. You have Quantum Raider and a Cannibal Reactor equipped. All in all, very reasonable choices, but the main issue here is the low level of your weapons. The Heimdall dies quite fast these days, so you need to keep it at a distance and basically use it as a support sniper. One of your questions was what you should do with your Titan, because it feels quite useless. You sent out a screenshot showing other things that you own, which is a Basilisk weapon and 3 other Titans, the Nodens, the Sharanga and the Luchador. So given the things that you own, I would say that you have 2 major paths to follow, depending on your playstyle and your preference. The first path is to build a healing and support Titan. If you go this path, I would say that the Nodens at the moment perform slightly better than the Heimdall at lower level. The other path is to go for a damage dealer Titan, and for that the Luchador would be a good choice, probably a bit better than the Sharanga. It could make sense to wait a bit with this choice because Pixonic is planning a Titan rebalance. It's not sure when it will come exactly, but for sure it will come. My guess is that they will nerf the Luchador a bit and potentially give the Heimdall another buff, but you just never know. So for now, for keeping things simple, I would concentrate on 2 things: maxing out your premium modules and maxing out a couple of Titan weapons, especially the Lantern. No matter what your choice will be, I think the Lantern will stay in your future hangar for a long time. And maybe, you never know, you will win another Lantern or one of the new magnetic weapons that will come into the game in one of the next updates. And that will probably define the new meta. With regard to your other questions, what robots or weapons should you target in the workshop for a short-term upgrade? I would say sonic weapons would fit your hangar best, especially a Havoc that you could use for your Demeter or your Ravana that you have in storage. But you're right, it takes a long time and lots of effort to build these. But keep in mind that they are also potential prizes in the black market silver chest. So you could try to get one there and upgrade a few other useful things in the meantime. Then you also say that you do not use the Khepri at the moment because you don't have good weapons for it, and there is a reason for it. Because when looking at your hangar, we don't find any builds that have any light weapon hardpoints. Well, this is good on one hand because you simply concentrate on fewer things that you can potentially upgrade, but it's also a bit of a missed chance simply because the Khepri is the strongest spot in the game. So I would actually consider to run your Khepri with weapons that you have, maybe 3 gusts and a blaze, and try to replace the gusts one by one with something more useful that you may get in the future. The reason is that also without good weapons the Khepri is quite powerful. It is fast, tanky and also provides healing to yourself and your allies. So for now I would run it with gusts, bring up its level and take advantage of its other assets that for sure will give you more options in beacon rush battles. Apart from this, what would I do next? As mentioned earlier, I would definitely bring up the level of your Fenrir and the second Venom. This is your beacon tank, which is a very important role if you like beacon rush, and you have all other ingredients for making this role successful. The second thing to focus on would be your modules. Max out your premium modules and try to get a few more of them. You may also get them out of the black market silver chests if you follow my suggestion to use it as a tool to get a few weapons that would fit nicely on your current robots. So this concludes my hangar review of this Expert League 2 hangar. In case you want your hangar to be reviewed as well, you can find instructions on how to apply in this video's description. Thanks for watching and see you on my channel.